Hey guys, notice anything different? I got my hair colored. I actually did get my hair toned a little bit darker since I'm growing out my balayage, but I hurt myself at the gym. I did something in my shoulder and I am bummed. I'm really bummed. I also already recorded like an hour's worth of my day just for me to realize it wasn't in the right formatting. There was no audio, it was in slow-mo. It's really not my weekend. Essentially, I was at the gym, I was doing a workout, and I injured my shoulder while trying to do a weight that in my head I knew I could do. And I was just trying to push my body. Pushed it so bad, I ended up going to the ER on Friday night. Nothing's broken and nothing's dislocated. I just have to wait until I can go in and see my doctor tomorrow, like my general practitioner. But until then, I'm in a sling doing very little. I was vlogging everything that I could do with just one arm, which was not a whole lot. I did get laundry in the washing machine. I have no idea how I'm gonna fold it. I've been, bumping ibuprofen.
I would not say bumping ibuprofen.
What's bumping mean? Oh. I'm not bumping ibuprofen.
Yeah, what do you say?
It's just like, I have the jar in my hand and I bump the pill.
No.
I have been consuming ibuprofen orally. I've just been having ibuprofen and Tylenol at the ER doctor's recommendation. Aaron just came home. We had to buy more ibuprofen and he grabbed us Wingstop, which is very nice of him. I typically get bone-in wings because that's my preference. I like the taste of them. And honestly, I love working for the wing. We did not think eating bone-in wings with one hand was appropriate. So Aaron got me my favorite popcorn. These are my favorite. We typically buy a really big bag at Costco and then it's gone within a week. So I should tell you how quickly we go through it. Aaron.
What happened already? Oh shit.
I'm showing this to the camera. Look. I was just going to yap at you guys, so I'm just going to eat some Wingstop. Who are you rooting for? Jack Wild?
Before halftime of that game.
I'll shut the fuck up.
Is in the backfield, just taking block, opening up straight week, fifth of his career.
This is so frustrating to me, not being able to do the things I want. While we were eating our Wingstop, I was actually watching YouTube videos. And I literally turned to Aaron and I was like, I'm watching YouTube videos of other girls being able to clean their apartment and I can't. And he's like, baby, that's not healthy. Which I agree. I kind of have an obsession with a clean apartment. I genuinely had 3 loads of laundry to get through today because last Sunday I hosted Friendsgiving. Fuck, this sucks. And I was really focused on making sure the apartment was picked up, the food was prepped, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't do any laundry and kind of just put that off. And I was like, oh, I'll just do it this weekend. Got myself fucked up this weekend. So I have a lot of laundry to catch up on. I don't know how I'm gonna fold it. I think what I'm gonna do, my guest bed is over here. I'm just gonna dump it on the guest bed. Until I'm capable, I think I'm just gonna dump it on there and pull from that load of laundry. Because also, I probably will not be going to work this week. It's Thanksgiving weekend. It's a 3-day work week. I was already gonna take a half day on Wednesday. Ooh, see, bending hurts. I should probably stop doing it. So I won't be wearing work clothes. It'll just be frumpy clothes. But we also have Aaron's high school reunion this weekend, which I want to look hot for, obviously. Also, the reason I'm so mad about the amount of laundry is because I started wearing Salt and Stone deodorant, which is a natural deodorant that all these other influencers hype up. And then I try it and it sucks. I don't want to be mean. I just don't know if these girls don't have any BO, but I'm a relatively sweaty and stinky person, which sucks. And I was trying it and I was like, my BO is absolutely coming through this. So here's the guest bed. I think I'm just going to dump it. I think this is enough doing things with my arm today, and then probably take another bath. I think the bath with Epsom salt really, really helped relieve some of the tension in the shoulder. All right, I'm just hanging out in bed, doing not a whole lot. I have the Victoria Beckham docuseries on the TV, and then I've been going through my influencer Gmail account and responding to emails. Honest to God, I turned down a lot of opportunities. I get a lot of AI stuff because I've talked about studying for the FE exam and that's done really well. And then I've talked about being an engineer, which I'm trying to move away from just because I am an engineer, but that's my job. It's not my personality. And so they're like, oh, your engineering followers would love this. And I'm like, no, I don't support AI. Anyway, so I'm responding to a bunch of those emails. And I'm just kind of hanging out. I just put my final load of laundry in the washing machine, and I definitely should have asked Aaron for his help. So my shoulder's a little bit tender. I ice it for a half hour, doing a half hour off. I think I'm going to do another half hour on, and then maybe take a bath. I really want to use this time that I'm injured to reflect on me as a person, on my personal goals, my goals in my marriage, in my health and fitness journey, in my influencer era, things like that, and just like really define them. And it's really hard because my right arm hurts, and I like to physically write things down. I feel like that manifestation helps. So I've been typing things, and I've been using my left hand and chicken pecking. It's so stupid. I look so dumb. I emailed my boss, and it took me so long to write 4 sentences, and it took me so long, and I'm just like, I can't work. I essentially told him I'm not coming in Monday, and he probably can't expect me Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll keep him posted. If I'm able to get in tomorrow, which is Monday, to do an MRI with my GP, I think what I'll do, because my doctor's office is right by my work office, I think I'll run in and get a work laptop. I hate remoting in because a lot of the programs I use for my engineering job are hard as a third party. Anyway, who cares? So will this injury affect my future in just being able to do things? Is it going to affect me if I ever had to pick up a kid, or if I had to throw a baseball, or if I, want to do physical things, even just domestic everyday things? How is this going to affect me? So in the viewfinder, I feel like I look so goth, but this is one of my biggest t-shirts. But I've kind of cried myself to sleep every night. And I know that sounds so bad because it is so bad, but it's one of those things during the day, I can distract myself. I can keep moving on editing, which takes me 5 hours. I'm just distracting myself. And that night I'm like, holy shit, my shoulder hurts. I might need surgery, and it's going to be a long, painful recovery process and frustrating. I know it'll be frustrating. So I'm going to bring you guys along on the journey. I don't know how all this is going to go. And I feel really bad because I really like making YouTube videos, and I feel like I get to chat with you guys, and I get to just be myself, and I feel very relaxed and bubbly with you guys. And then here I am hurting myself, being a little depressy. So I apologize for that. I think what I'm going to do is get this out, and then maybe vlog Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm literally doing nothing. All right, guys, it is the Monday before Thanksgiving. I hurt my shoulder on this past Friday. So 2.5, 3 days ago. It's about 8:30, which means I would typically be at work, but I cannot move my arm. I can lay on my bed, and if I'm laying on my bed and my laptop's on my stomach, I can kind of type like this, but not going into the office because I can't move my shoulder. I wanted to document this process because I think it's really, really hard as somebody who likes to work out and enjoys movement to get injured and know that I messed up my shoulder. And this is gonna be a process for me to be able to get my shoulder strength back, to heal whatever I had hurt. So I thought I could document it. I also know that it's very vulnerable. I've cried a bunch about this. I'm just more worried about how this will affect me in the future, with my weightlifting, or if we ever go and do things. Is my shoulder injury going to limit me? I don't know, and I think that's really scary. So I have a doctor's appointment at 10:45. Aaron had to go to work. They're not actually allowed to take vacation really during the month of November and December because it's the busy time for them. So I'm driving myself. I'm gonna drive with my left arm. There's a route that I can take in which it would be the safest. So yeah, my appointment's at 10:45. I want to leave here by I want to be walking out the door, getting in my car by 10:15, which means I gotta get going on my morning. First thing I want to do is make a coffee because that feels really important to me. This is my attempt at a cappuccino. My oat milk doesn't froth very well, but we buy what we buy because I like it in my iced lattes and Aaron likes it in his oatmeal and cereal. And so I'm like, for the one day a week, maybe one day a month that I actually have hot coffee, I'll live. I mean, it's still pretty good though. All right, I'm gonna hop back in bed, come on. Oh, all right, this is, fuck, my shoulder. I've been messing around with these new microphones. Hold on. I've been messing around with these new microphones, so I don't know if they're actually going to work well. This is where I have been living for the past 3 days, essentially. And it's literally perfect. I have the TV in the bedroom here. I have kind of like a pillow and ice situation here. Gotta start icing my shoulder again. And then I have like my books, my water, my meds are in the bathroom. Okay, so I was also talking to my dad about my injury and stuff and how I was like, I need an MRI. Hopefully they can see something. And my dad's like, oh, it'll probably take them a week to read your MRI results. And I was like, a week? Thank God it's a short work week. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous about my job. Not from like a, oh my God, they're gonna fire me, but I have a team that I'm on and I'm on a team. Like if I fall behind on my aspect, it hurts them. They have to pick up the slack. They want to be taking time off. That makes me nervous. I hate the way that my injury affects people around me, which makes it hard. Like it's hard, it's not hard on Aaron per se, but it is not an ideal situation. Like I'm making a mess, then I can't clean it up. Like I am able to do certain things, but not be able to follow all the way through. Like yesterday I was able to do my laundry, but I can't fold it. So today I'm going to try and sort my laundry and then have him fold what he can. But it's also the same way for the dishes. Like I can use a cup, but I can't get the cup really into the dishwasher very easily. I can wash my body, but I can't wash my hair. So Aaron washed my hair for me yesterday. Thank goodness. I was feeling really greasy. It just sucks how my injury doesn't just affect me, it affects the people around me. So I'm gonna get some work done. I have some time-sensitive stuff at work. There's a certain project manager I don't like. I'm gonna keep working. I gotta charge you guys. All right, it's 10 o'clock now, so I need to start getting ready to leave. I'm just going to throw on a pair of sweatpants. I gotta keep this shirt on. And then I'll probably just wear a jacket over my shoulders. I got a little bit of work done while watching some YouTube videos. I recorded a TikTok. There's nothing for me to do. Shit, Marissa. The hardest part is trying to get dressed. The shirt is so hard to get on and off. Luckily, Aaron was like, hey babe, I'm gonna leave soon. Do you want me to help you change your shirt? I was like, yes, please. And then he, of course, did like great husband things like set out my breakfast, refill my water, made sure I took my meds, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, do you want me to help you put pants on? I was like, no, I have my shorts on. I can get them on and off so I can get my pants on. So one moment, please. Okay, I think depending on how this doctor's appointment goes, I might actually run into work and see if I can get a laptop and then talk to my boss about it. I imagine they won't tell me the MRI results today, so I think I'm just going to try and call out of work the next 2 days also. I mean, it's a short work week. I just look like a fucking bumpkin. I just look gross. I mean, this is what I look like around my apartment the majority of the time, so who cares? I'm injured. Something that I'm really hoping comes out of this conversation with the doctor is that she can tell me I can walk. Which sounds stupid. Obviously I can walk, but I'd love to go walk on the treadmill. I think the hard part would be getting my shoes on and off. I think I'm also going to ask my doctor if I can go for walks. That would be super nice if I could just go down to the treadmill and walk. I think the hard part about that is getting shoes on and off. So maybe, I wear my slides down and just walk in my socks. Or I think the only issue with it is that, maybe the jostling might re-injure my shoulder. And then just I will get sweaty. I won't walk fast, but I would probably build up a sweat. And so far my shoulder doesn't feel too bad, but sometimes when I'm adjusting my sling, I can kind of like feel a pop. And it's like a little bit painful. It's not overly painful, but it's one of those things where I'm like, should it be doing that? No, it shouldn't. Right. All right, I just got to the doctor's office. I will say, wasn't that hard driving with only one arm. I love doing it. I probably won't drive again other than to get me home, but I'm very nervous about this doctor's appointment. I'll be very vulnerable with that. I'm hoping I don't cry and look like a big baby. I'm just trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to be so optimistic. I also would like to get some sort of answer so that I can get back to my boss. My work isn't too far from here, maybe like 5 minutes. So I think depending on how this goes, I might just run into work and see if I can get a work laptop so I can, run my programs and not have to remote in. It'll make it a lot easier to kind of work from home. I'm trying my hardest. Guess who probably tore her rotator cuff? So I just got out of the doctor's office. That was fun. I cried a little. I'll be honest. It took forever to actually get in. Like my appointment was 10:45 and I wasn't seen until like 11:45. Whatever, not a huge deal. I didn't actually see my GP. I saw a CPN. I was like, get me in as early as possible. I don't care who I see. So she took my arm out of the sling, did some range of motion. She didn't do a full range of motion test based off of like how my pain was on parts of it and where I was describing it. And I had a video of it, so I showed it to her. Yeah, she's like, you most likely tore your rotator cuff. She's like, I cannot diagnose that for sure. You need an MRI scan. I'm like, yep, I'm here for the MRI. She's like, we don't do MRIs here. And I go, what? So I just scheduled a different appointment with a hospital that does MRI imaging. Today is Monday. I can't get in until next Monday. And then I also need to see an orthopedic doctor. So I called and was able to get in for an MRI in a town over, so Janesville. I think it's like 40 minutes away, which isn't horrible. I don't mind. I'm gonna have to take the whole day off of work. They're going to get back to me with an orthopedic doctor to see, just based off of like my age, the type of injury. I'm really hoping to get in. I was like, yeah, I can't do a lot of my normal daily functions. It's my dominant arm. So, you know, I call Aaron, I'm crying, and he's like, yeah, I know you can't get seen for like a week, but he gave me like the very gentle reminder that today is the Monday before Thanksgiving. People are only working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I was able to get in the following Monday. He's like, you're able to get in 2.5 days. I think that's great. Let's stay optimistic. I was like, I know, but it's Thanksgiving and your high school reunion and blah, blah, blah. That was a gentle reminder. My mom is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's going to take you that long. But for me to get into an appointment in Madison, I would have been about 3 to 3.5 weeks out. So this is a nice surprise. I don't know what I'm going to do about work. When I go home, I'm going to try sitting at my desk to see if I can like type. I have kind of like this range of motion, but I don't have this range of motion. Very limited, but I can go for walks. So I'm really fucking hyped to go walk on the treadmill. But I also want to run into Walgreens real quick and get some Nair. Need to shave my legs, and I haven't shaved my legs in a long time, and I cannot shave my legs with my left arm. So Nair it is. I also need to eat. Just because I haven't been moving a lot, I haven't been hungry, but I need to keep up and give my body the fuel it needs to recover. So appointment went fine. I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to cry. All right, Walgreens, easy peasy. Got some Nair. Haven't used that since high school. I got some of these. And I also figured while I'm on this side of town, I might as well do my Amazon returns. Okay, I'm back home. Doctor told me I don't need to wear the sling 24/7. This makes me very fucking nervous. I know that I don't have, see, that's so tender. I don't have good range of motion. Like this is about as far as I can go. It's very limited. So what I'm trying to figure out is if I can work. But you're like, Marissa, chill. I know. I think part of it is I can't work. Also, I can't tell if I hurt something on my shoulder blade or if it's just tender from not using it or anything. So my left bicep is about to get really strong. So it's 1 o'clock. Aaron said that he thinks he's gonna get stuck late and he was like so apologetic. And I was like, literally there's nothing I can do. See, I feel like it's just not fully connected. Probably not a good time to start working on my posture. Anyway, I don't want to overdo it. That's my biggest concern, is that I take the sling off and then I overdo it. So what I am thinking, I bought Nair for my legs. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know what to do. I need to keep my energy up. I need to eat. I'm not hungry because I haven't moved in 3 days. I'm not hungry, but I know I need to eat. I did have Wingstop for dinner last night, which is nice, but I think I'm gonna do what I normally do when I don't feel like eating, but should eat popcorn. So I got my popcorn. I like to put ranch seasoning on it, which is awesome. That was way too much. Holy shit. I'm gonna have this mini Diet Coke. See if I can get this bad boy open. One hand. I don't think I'm gonna walk today, or at least not right now. I think I'm just gonna go ice my shoulder and lay in bed. Yeah, I'm gonna do that for now. All right, I want to put my Nair on, but honestly, I'm having a hard time like trusting my right arm. So I've literally just been walking around with it in like a little dinosaur position. I want to take a bath. I probably should have read this first. Rub it in, apply a thick layer, wash your hands. I want to take a bath. I should probably put my Nair on so I could rinse it off beforehand. I mean, genuinely, when I said I haven't used Nair since high school. I hate shaving my legs. Like I have very long leg hair right now. I'm also kind of like, if I'm stuck here doing nothing, it just has such a distinct smell. It doesn't smell good. I should have turned the fan on. If I'm stuck at home doing nothing, I'm going to talk to Erin about going back to work. Maybe I do some beauty regimens because holy shit, do I feel ugly. And that sounds so bad as somebody who is literally injured. I don't know what I was saying, but if I'm home and not doing a whole lot, I think I would like to try and do some beauty regimens. So shaving my legs right now. I might do some laser hair removal. And I'm gonna take a bath, soak in some Epsom salt. I have a eucalyptus and spearmint Epsom salt. I don't think I'm gonna go for a walk. I think what I'm gonna do is like take out the garbage in the bathroom because that's a good distance to the garbage bin. So I'll walk all the way down the garbage bin. I'll come back, go to my car, get the McDonald's wrappers out of my car, throw that away, and that'll be a little bit of movement for my body, which would be really nice. But I don't want to overexert myself. I'll probably wear the sling during that time, just so I'm not overly jostling myself. But then I think after that, I'm going to try and sit at a desk, because I can do this, but it's the back and forth motion with the mouse that's hard. So I might call my boss also. Oh, I should have put Nair on my inner thighs. So I'm gonna rinse this off, take a bath. I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. All right, I just got out of the bath, and Nair, don't know why I stopped using it. Works wonders. Like, I was not very good about where I applied it, so there are definitely some like straggling hairs, but that's great. I don't know why I shave. That's so nice. Nair might just have my business. Fuck. The second good news is that the scheduling office for the MRI called, and they had a cancellation super duper late on Wednesday in Madison, and I can get in at 6 p.m. I'll be done by 7. I feel so relieved. Now, it's not perfect, obviously, and it's so nice to know that we'll have that done going into Thanksgiving. And I want to call my orthopedic office and be like, hey, I just want to let you know that I am getting in a little bit sooner for imaging, so maybe if they have an opening first thing Monday morning, I could get in with the orthopedic office. Because I think it's going to be about a 3-week process to either determine whether or not I need surgery. I hope I don't. Okay, but in all honesty, I would rather have surgery and completely fix my shoulder than not have surgery, and then like, I don't want the complications of my dominant arm, my dominant shoulder being fucked. I am being optimistic. But I did get that call in the middle of the bath, so that was kind of funny. It's 3 o'clock. I want to prop up my shoulder again, ice it. I think I'm going to try and get some work done on my laptop. I'm going to email my boss about like the whole situation. I probably won't go into the office Tuesday and Wednesday, but I think I could probably knock out some hours. I think for the rest of the year, I have 24 hours of vacation, so 3 days, and then 1 day of sick time. I don't want to have to use all of it right now. If I get the surgery, I think what will end up happening is that I'll go on like a short leave disability. I think there's something like that, short leave medical or something, but I don't know what's going to happen. So I'd like to maybe get some more hours, and I worked for an hour this morning. I'd like to get another 2 hours in, so I'm only down 5 hours. So I'm going to be smart. I also worked a little bit over the weekend. Also, a good thing is that it is a holiday weekend, and so I could work in the car down to Iowa. I could also just work on Black Friday. Like, I could make up some of those hours throughout the weekend, like 2 hours here, 2 hours there. Not perfect, but at least it adds up and it helps. So, all right, it is a few hours later. I have literally just been sitting on the couch. I edited like a little TikTok and then sat and did nothing, just watched a bunch of Bob's Burgers, which is one of my favorite comfort shows. And Aaron got stuck at work, which I'm so bummed about. He was supposed to get off at 5 and then just couldn't. And he's staying late and he was so annoyed. So he called me, he's like, baby, I'm so sorry, I'm stuck. And I totally knew he was gonna get stuck at work, like talking to him and stuff. I was like, oh, you're going to get stuck. And literally he's like, I'm so sorry, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm literally not doing anything. Well, which I guess isn't true. I'm unloading the dishwasher, but that's just because I want to feel helpful. There's so many things I know I can't do chore-wise. Like, I can't hand wash any of our dishes. I can't vacuum. So, oh God, I don't know if I can put this bowl up there. Never mind, I'm jacked, guys. So he's still stuck there. I kind of feel bad for him. I know that's not where he wants to be. So I was thinking I'll just unload the dishwasher and then probably take another bath, maybe read in the bath. All right, sorry, let's try this. Wow, gosh, I always forget I have these microphones in the moments where I feel like I really need them. Oh God, is it too close now? I gotta figure these out. It's like tickling my chest. Anyway, I'm calling my mom a lot. Well, my mom's been calling me a lot. Honestly, I'm not complaining at all. I think it's so wonderful that my mom is checking in on me. She's super worried about me. I know she feels for me. Obviously, I'm her kid. She's going to feel bad. She's going to like be so upset that like I'm hurt and that I'm upset also. And she's been texting me a whole bunch. And since I told her that I was doing a lot of Christmas shopping, and I was like, Mom, like there's nothing else for me to do. She's been sending me a whole bunch of Christmas present ideas for Aaron. And I'm like, cool. I'm glad you're buying him that. What am I going to get him for Christmas? Nothing. Can't afford anything after this. I'm also bummed because I would have liked to decorate for Christmas. Like that was something I'd wanted to do this weekend. That's obviously something that did not happen. Probably won't happen. Bummer. Honestly though, I have a feeling once we get through Thanksgiving and get through a bunch of these tests, Aaron will probably decorate the apartment while I tell him where to put everything. Poor guy. Here's the thing. I know this sounds really, really cheesy, but genuinely talking to you guys has made me feel so much better because I feel like I'm such a bad friend. Like this happened to me and I only texted one friend because I feel like it's attention seeking to text my other friends. And I posted about it on TikTok just because I'm trying to grow my TikTok and yeah. So I don't want to like burden my friends to be like, oh no, this sucks. Here's my sob story, which I know that's not how they'll respond, but that's how I feel. So it's kind of nice to talk to you guys about it. So I'm done unloading the dishwasher. Just gotta put away the silverware, which is right behind you, and I'll have to move ya.